Good afternoon, students. On last time we were discussing about transient state and steady state error. How can we calculate steady state error, or how can we calculate transient response? We were studying this topic on last time. Now we will solve some numericals on steady state error and transient error. First question is calculate the error constant and steady state calculate error constant and steady state error for three basic types of input. For three basic types of input means we have to calculate error constant and steady state error for unit step, for ramp input, and for parabolic input. Here, the error constants are given by Kp. First error constant is Kp, means positional error coefficient. This positional error coefficient is given by formula limit s approaches 0 GSHS, and GSHS is given by this equation. Hello, Aditi. Hello, Aditi. Pratibha. प्रतिभा
यस मैम।
आवाज क्लियर है?
यस मैम।
यस मैम।
वो कोई कट के तो नहीं आ रही?
नो मैम।
ओके। GSHS open loop transfer function. GSHS is given by this expression. So when we substitute the value of GSHS in this expression, we get the value of Kp, positional error coefficient is infinite. Value of Kv is given by limit s approaches 0 SGS. So when we multiply s, this s and this s is cancelled out, and when s is 0, in this case s is 0, when s is 0, value of Kv is 4.2 K. And similarly, this is not Ks, this is Ka, acceleration constant. Is given by limit s approaches 0 s square GSHS, and it is given by limit s approaches 0. Here s square is cancelled by this s, and when we substitute value of s is 0, value of Ka is 0. So for unit step function, steady state error is given by 1 plus Kp, value of Kp is infinite. So value of steady state error for each step input is 0. Similarly, for unit ramp signal, amplitude A is 1, hence steady state error is given by 1 by Kv, value of Kv is 4.2 K, and for unit parabolic input, amplitude is A, hence steady state error is given by A by Ka, value of A is 1 and Ka is 0, so steady state error is infinite in parabolic input. And you can see that the type of this system is 1. For type 1 system, unit step is satisfactory. For type 0, type 1 and type 2, ramp input is satisfactory for type 1 and type 0, and parabolic input is satisfactory for type 2. So since this is type 1, so this parabolic input, we get value of steady state error is infinite. A unity feedback system has given GS is given by this expression. For a unit ramp input, it is desired that steady state error is less than or equal to 0.2. Then find the value of K. Determine ESS if input is given by 2 plus 4t plus t square by 2. RT means, here this RT means not ramp signal, this is input signal. Means this input signal is combination of input step, ramp, unit step means step input, ramp input, and this is parabolic input. Since value of Hs is 1, unity feedback value of Hs is 1, GSHS is given by this expression, and you have to calculate the value of KV because you have to calculate the steady state error for ramp input. So value of KV is given by limit s approaches 0 s GSHS, or limit s approaches 0. If you multiply this by s, s कैंसिल होंगे और यहाँ पे तुम्हारा मिलेगा वैल्यू ऑफ KV is K by 10 and magnitude of ramp is 1. In this case unit ramp magnitude is 1, so ES is given by 1 by KV and this is given by 10 by K. Since ESS or steady state error is less than or equal to 0.2, so we can substitute the value of steady state error and value of K is calculated from this expression and value of K is into which you have to calculate in this. Next is for input RT. For this input, calculate the value of determine the ESS. ये क्या है तुम्हारा स्टेप इनपुट, रैंप इनपुट एंड पैराबोलिक इनपुट. एम्पलीट्यूड क्या हुआ यहाँ पे स्टेप इनपुट का एम्पलीट्यूड इज 2, रैंप इनपुट का 4 एंड पैराबोलिक इनपुट का 1. So in step amplitude is 2, in ramp input amplitude is 4 and in parabolic input amplitude is 1. So first we calculate Kp. Kp is limit s approaches 0 GSHS, and if we substitute the value of s is equal to 0, we get value of K is Kp is infinite, and similarly value of Kv is calculated K by 10. Value of Kv is calculated. So Kv is K by 10 and value of K is limit s approaches 0 s square GSHS and this is 0 in this case. If we multiply s square here, square is cancelled out by this and then s is 0. It means that value of Ka is infinite. So steady state error by combination of these three inputs, ESS1 plus ESS2 and ESS3, or we can say that A1 divided by 1 plus Kp plus A2 Kv and plus A3 Ka. A1 की वैल्यू क्या है 2, A2 की वैल्यू 4 and A3 की वैल्यू 1. Kp की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट किया हुआ है. Substitute all these values and we get infinite steady state error. This infinite steady state error is due to parabolic input, and because this is type 1 system, so we can't apply parabolic input, and in this case steady state error is due to presence of parabolic input. In next question, determine the steady state coefficient and static error for GSHS, and GS is equal to this, and where HS is given by this. Open loop transfer function is given by GSHS is given by this. So calculate value of Kp. S is 0, it means that value of Kp is infinite. Kv, here we multiply s, s cancel हो जाएंगे, and we get the value of K, v is 2 by 3, and value of Ka is limit s square. If we multiply s square, then this square is cancelled by this, and s is approaching 0, so value of Ka is 0. Corresponding steady state error is given by this. If we substitute the value of Kp, Kv and Ka, we get the corresponding steady state error is 0, 1.5 and infinite. In next question, determine the steady state error coefficient and steady state error. Coefficient भी calculate करना है और तुम्हारा steady state error and calculate the value of Kp, Kv and Ka and then corresponding steady state error. If you substitute s is equal to 0, value of Kp is 0, Kp is infinite. Similarly, in case of Kv, you multiply s is cancelled by, and when value of s is 0, you get the value of Kv is infinite. But in case of Ka, where you multiply s multiplied by s square and s square is cancelled out, and value of K is K by 600 S0 and N. So corresponding steady state error is 0, 0 and 600 by 8. Next is problem on transient response. A unity feedback control system is characterized by open loop transfer function. Gs is given by K by S plus 1. Determine the value of K so that the damping factor of the system is 0.5. For this value of K, find the settling time, peak overshoot, time to peak overshoot for unity cell. इसमें क्या है, गिवन है तुम्हें, गिवन है GSHS ओपन लूप ट्रांसफर फंक्शन, डैम्पिंग फैक्टर मीटर की वैल्यू गिवन है 0.5 and you have to determine the value of K, and after finding the value of K you have to calculate settling time, peak overshoot and time to peak overshoot means TP. In solving transient response, there are only following steps. First you find out characteristic equation, then from this characteristic equation you get some equation, then this compare this equation with standard equation, find out the value of omega n and omega, then your problem will be solved easily. So in this case, first we find out characteristic equation, and characteristic equation will be given by 1 plus GS HS is equal to 0. GS जो है वो तुम्हारी दी हुई है and HS की वैल्यू जो है यूनिटी है, so you get the characteristic equation by it. And compare this equation with the standard equation. Omega n is under root k and 2 zeta omega n is equal to 10, and substituting the value of omega n you get the value of zeta. But in question, value of zeta is given, and if you substitute the value of zeta in this equation, you will get the value of k, which is 100, and if value of k is 100, then omega n, which is equal to under root k, is 10. After finding the value of k, you have to calculate the value of settling time, peak overshoot and time to peak overshoot. TS, TP and MP calculate. TS is given by 4 by zeta omega n, and substitute the value of beta and omega n, you get the value of settling time. Then peak time is given by this formula, pi by omega d. This is damped frequency, and this is given by pi divided by omega n under root 1 minus zeta square, and substitute the value of omega n and zeta. This is the value of Tp. Similarly, in percentage peak overshoot, you substitute the value of zeta and you get the value of percentage overshoot, which is 16.2%. For the system shown in figure, determine the time to reach peak overshoot and its percentage peak overshoot when a unit step is applied. If unit step is applied in this system means RS is unit step, then you have to find out the value of percentage peak overshoot means value of MP, and time to reach peak overshoot means value of TP. Peak time and percentage MP हमें calculate करना है. So first find out the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation is given by 1 plus GS HS. Value of GS is given by 100 by S plus 12, and value of HS is given by 1. So characteristic equation is 1 is this, and if you compare this equation with the standard equation, you get the value of omega n. ओमेगा n की वैल्यू क्या है 10 आ रही है, और and when 2 zeta omega n is equal to 12, then value of zeta is calculated 0.6. Tp is given by this expression pi by omega n under root 1 minus zeta. Substitute the value of omega n and zeta, then you calculate the value of Tp. Similarly, substituting the value of zeta in this expression, you get the value of percentage peak overshoot, which is 9.5% in this figure. For system shown in figure, find the following. For system shown in figure, find the following. Transfer function. In this case, input is Ft, force, output is displacement. So output divided by U, you have to find out transfer function. And second, zeta omega n and percentage peak overshoot, Es and Tp. Take the value of spring constant K by this, damping constant by this, and mass is 3 kg. Draw the free body diagram and write the differential equation. So Ft is equal to md square x by dt square plus d dx by dt plus kx. Yes. And take the Laplace transform. Fs is equal to m s square x plus dsx plus kx. Then x of s so from this equation we have to calculate x of s by f of s, or transfer function. Transfer function is given by this formula, and if we substitute the value of m, k and b, then we get this expression. We substitute the value of m, and finally we get this expression. In this characteristic equation is this, and if we compare this characteristic equation with the standard equation, it means that omega n square is equal to 11. It means that omega n is 3.3166 radians per second, and to meet zeta, omega n is equal to 5, and hence zeta is equal to 0.7537, and percentage peak overshoot is given by 2.7234%. Omega d is given by omega n multiplied by under root 1 minus zeta square, substituting the value of omega n and zeta, we get the value of band frequency, and Tp is given by pi by omega d, and Ps is given by 4 by zeta. And substitute the value of omega and zeta, we get the value of settling time and peak time. Means in transient response, first you find out the characteristic equation, then from that characteristic equation, compare that characteristic equation with the standard one, and from comparing you can get the value of omega n and zeta, and then substitute the value of this in formula, and you get the value of Tp, Ts, Tr or Mp. The open loop transfer function of a unity feedback control system is given by this. Means unity feedback, it means that value of Hs is 1, value of Gs is given by this. By what factor should K be multiplied so that damping ratio is increased from 0.2 to 0.8? First, we calculate the yes, Gs is given by this, Hs is given by 1, Cs by Rs is given by this formula, Gs by 1 plus Gs Hs, and if you substitute the value of Gs and Hs, you get this. And solving this, you get this. This is the characteristic equation, and if you compare this characteristic equation with the standard equation, you get the value of omega n square is equal to k by t, and 2 zeta omega n is equal to 1 by t. Omega n is given by this, and zeta is given by this. Here in this case, by what factor K should be multiplied so that damping ratio is increased from 0.2 to 0.8. मीन्स फर्स्ट जो है डैम्पिंग रेशियो की क्या वैल्यू है 0.2, तो यहाँ पे तुमने 0.2 इज इक्वल टू 2 बाई 1 बाई 2 अंडर रूट K1 T1. यहाँ पे ये वैल्यू कैलकुलेट की है जीटा की, तो यहाँ पे जीटा की वैल्यू जो है सब्स्टिट्यूट करो 0.2, और यहाँ पे K1 और K2. सिमिलरली नेक्स्ट केस में सब्स्टिट्यूट द वैल्यू ऑफ बीटा 0.8, and in this case 1 by 2 under root K2 T2. But in this case T1 and T2 is equal, so from this equation you get the value of K2 by K1, and K2 की वैल्यू क्या आ गई है 0.0625 when value of K1 is 1. So we can say that reduce the gain 0.0625 times the previous value. Similarly, in second case, value of zeta is given by 0.6, and in second case 0.3, and here K1 and K2 both are equal, and from this formula we get the value of T2 by T1 is 4. Measurement conducted on a servo mechanism shows that system response to the CT is equal to 1 plus 0.2 exponential minus 60t minus 1.2 exponential minus 10t when subjected to a unit step input. Obtain the expression for closed loop transfer function, the damping ratio and undamped natural frequency of oscillation. ये तो ये तुम्हारा दिया हुआ है transient response. Take the Laplace transform of this, you get the value of Cs, and Cs is equal to this. Rs is unit step function, Rs is 1 by x, and so you first calculate the value of Cs. Value of Cs is this, and then this is the characteristic equation. If we compare this characteristic equation with the standard one, omega n square is equal to 600 and 2 zeta omega n is equal to 70. So you can calculate the value of omega n and zeta. Find the time for first undershoot. Find the time for first undershoot and second overshoot for Gs is given by this and Hs is given by 1. Then apply Cs by Rs transfer function is equal to Gs and divided by 1 plus Gs Hs is equal to substitute the value of Gs and Hs, we get the value of Cs by Rs. And this is the standard equation. In this, so omega n, value of omega n is given by under root 18, and value of zeta is 0.4714. Then calculate value of omega d. Omega d is equal to omega n under root 1 minus zeta square, and then calculate the value of Tp. Tp is given by n pi omega d. This is the general formula. When n is 1, first overshoot. First overshoot means if suppose that this is first. So this is first overshoot and this is second overshoot and this is for first overshoot n is 1, for first undershoot n is 2, and for second overshoot n is 3. And you have to calculate first undershoot and second overshoot. Then substitute the value of n, you will get the value of first and second, first undershoot and second overshoot. Next and last question. A system has Gs is equal to K by S1 plus St with unity feedback where K and T are constant. The overshoot is to be reduced from 75 to 25%. Find the factor by which K should be multiplied. First find out the characteristic equation, and characteristic equation is calculated from characteristic equation is calculated from Cs by Rs is given by this equation, and substitute the value of Gs and Hs, you get the value of Cs by Rs. And if you simplify, you get this, And if you compare, this is omega n square, this is 2 zeta omega n, and here you calculate the value of omega n and zeta and substitute the value of zeta and omega n in peak overshoot. In first case, peak overshoot is 75% means 0.75, and it means that 75 is equal to 100 exponential minus zeta 1 divided by under root 1 minus zeta square. And सब में जो है सब्स्टिट्यूट करो zeta की वैल्यू नहीं zeta की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है सॉरी zeta की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करनी है सब्स्टिट्यूट द वैल्यू ऑफ take the log of this equation and you get the value of zeta 1 and zeta 1 value of zeta 1 is 0.0912. Similarly, solving for MP, you get the value of zeta 2 and by using this formula zeta 2 by zeta 1 is given by this, and if we substitute the value of zeta 2 and zeta 1, we get the value of K2 is equal to K1 divided by 19.637, which is this. The gain must be reduced by factor 0.0509. इस क्वेश्चन में भी जो है फर्स्ट फाइंड आउट द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन CS by RS, then कंपेयर करो ओमेगा n की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करो और जीटा की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करो ओमेगा d की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट किया, then CS by RS is equal to 20 25 by 24 and this यहाँ पे ये क्यों किया 20 by 25 से ये क्यों किया क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर स्टैंडर्ड इक्वेशन होता है तो यहाँ पे भी 20 को क्योंकि यहाँ पे था तुम्हारा ओमेगा n स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई एस स्क्वायर प्लस 2 बीटा ओमेगा n एस प्लस ओमेगा n स्क्वायर। यहाँ पे ये 24 भी ओमेगा n स्क्वायर हो गया। अब इसका जो है लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म लो, लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म लिया जाएगा और ये हो गया तुम्हारा ट्रांजिएंट रिस्पांस। ठीक है, expression for the output response if subjected to a step input signal. तो ये हो गया तुम्हारा expression for output response in time domain. हाँ रितिका, हेलो हेलो रितिका, रितिका
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ क्या प्रॉब्लम रितिका, एनी प्रॉब्लम? Controller. The various type of controllers are used to improve the performance of control system. In this chapter, we will discuss about the basic controllers such as proportional, derivative, and integral control. First है proportional controller. The proportional controller produces an output. Proportional controller produces an output which is proportional to the error signal. Means this UT is output of controller and this is the input to the controller. Means output of controller is proportional to the error signal. So UT is given by K PTE, E of T. And if we take the Laplace transform of this, then we get US is equal to KP ES and US divided by ES is equal to KP. This is the transfer function of controller because this is the output of controller and this is the input to the controller. output divided by input is equal to Kp. So this Kp is transfer function of controller in proportional controller. So this is the error signal. So after the error signal, we get this is the controller. Transfer function of controller is given by Kp, and then this is the plant. Transfer function of plant is given by Gs, and here we get output. The output is feedback to the. So the proportional controller, this is the proportional controller is used to change the transient response as per the. Next is derivative controller. The derivative controller produces an output which is the derivative of error signal. Means output of controller is equal to the derivative of error signal, means dE by dt, and it is equal to kd. Derivative means kd, यहाँ दी दिया है डेरिवेटिव की वजह से. Then taking the Laplace transform on both sides, we get this, and this is the transfer function of derivative controller is given by kds. ये s है. So the kds means this is the transfer function of derivative controller. Block diagram is given by this. This is the transfer function of controller, this is the transfer function of plant, and this is the feedback. Then integral controller. In integral controller, output is proportional to the integral of error signal. Output is integral of error signal. So if we take the Laplace transform, we get and Laplace transfer function of integral controller is given by Ki by S. So this is the transfer function of integral controller and transfer function of plant controller. Proportional derivative controller. In proportional derivative controller, the output is proportional to the combination of output of proportional plus derivative controller. Means in this, output is directly proportional to the error and plus derivative of error signal. Means it is a combination. In this case, output of controller is proportional to the sum of error and derivative of error. So if we take the Laplace transform, we get the transfer function of proportional derivative controller, and this is given by this block diagram. Kp by kds is transfer function of derivative proportional controller. Then proportional integral. In proportional integral, output is proportional to the sum of error signal and integral of error signal. And if we take Laplace transform of this equation, we get the transfer function of integral proportional integral controller, and this is the proportional integral controller transfer function. And in PDI, output is proportional to the error signal, integration of error signal, and derivative of error signal. So its transfer function is given by this law. Okay, class is over. Thank you.